Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. Del Piero! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That's very neat. That's a fabulous... And the shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Looking for options for movement. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Now there's a fine ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vitz. And he's had it nicked away. Piero. Del Piero. Rijkaard cuts it out. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Now it's Mbappe. Can he put it away? It's a goal! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Vietnam are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Maldini. That's a sharp pass. Beckham. Nice interception, well timed.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Wirtz providing an outlet on that flank. Shapes to shoot! They want to be quick to recover this. Messi. It's a really well-measured ball. Back into the middle. Rui Costa. Looking for the run. Now it's Del Piero. And that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Beckham. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Pirlo. Almost half an hour in now. Nesta gets across to intercept that. Adams moved on forwards. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cantona. Oh, important interception. Wirtz. Del Piero. Nesta.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And it's Beckham. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Mbappe. Vieira. He's played him through. Now it's Del Piero. Del Piero finds himself offside. Costa Curta.
Kohler really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Pirlo has created one goal already. And here's Rui Costa. Maldini cuts out the pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's found a way through. And here's Pirlo. Good read, needed to be. Beckham. Cantona. And it's Totti. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pirlo. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Driving on and making good progress. In it comes. Oh, well played, well played. And the whistle goes for half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Hello attendees, this is a lost children announcement. Would the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt kindly make his way to the information center?
There's the start of the second half.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Beckham. And now they can clear their lines.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
It's a loop. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Tries a shot. They are rampant. And they are cruising away. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Oh, the contact was fantastic. Right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a really potent strike.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Referee has just said play on. Nesta cuts out the pass. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Bale chasing after it. Bale. Oh, this looks sharp. Saliba makes the interception. Deftly out wide. And no, that was never going to make it. Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Beckham. Rummenigge is wide and looking to get onto this. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Mbappe. That is ended up in no man's land. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
A little bias on my part, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the greatest fullbacks around.
Goes in for the header! He will be livid with himself.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. The pass has gone astray. Saliba. Neither side yet able to find the net. He's gone forward, and the pass is intercepted. That is good alertness.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan.
Beckham
here
looks to get on the end of this. That pass has been well intercepted. Rummenigge. Now it's Mbappe. Well timed, excellent interception. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Nicked it back promptly. Oh, good. He's got the shot away! And he's done it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
He could be in here. Schmeichel will lay claim to that. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Gullit. Gullit going full steam ahead down the left flank. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Bale looking to play it into the box. They're taking a moment to consider their options. It's a pretty loose pass. Can he stop it going out? And they've got a throw. Lahm delivers. Terrific header! Not the most accurate pass. Barella. Now it's Rashford. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Rashford looking to get on the end of this. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Pass somewhat off target. Barella. And they win it back again. Hernandez gets over and intercepts. Maldini.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Rummenigge. Now that looks a decent ball. Big chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Oh no, he's got that wrong.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Pullet, who does have an assist to his name. Collar tries a shot! Goal! Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
Well, obviously some sections of the crowd would disagree, but that was the right decision, albeit a late one.
Disappointment. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Yes, they're behind, but it's a reversible situation. As long as better defensive focus can avoid a second goal on the counter, they know they have the wherewithal to come up with what they need.
And quick announcement now. We would
Leading
like to
1-0
ask you all
at
to
the
kindly
break.
Stay seated during the match. Thank you for your cooperation.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Barella. Number 4, Emmanuel Petin. Coming on the field, number 42, Musiala. Number 11, Darwin Núñez.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And it's Bale. And that could set him on his way.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Gerrard picks it up from the goal kick. No way through there. Beckham.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Musiala does well to get it back. Here it is, crossed in. Goalkeeper's ball. No, that's been intercepted. And it's played forward. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Musiala. Rashford. And he's straight offside. Oh, they could be caught out here. Caicedo.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, that has not gone well. Aimed beyond the defence. Rashford is onto this. Chance! And yes, it's there! Manchester United are back on level terms.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He has found the way through, and he's certainly onside. And the shot! In for the pieces! Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Manchester United go into the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Collar.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Long ball looking to counter. Lahm made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Ball is over the line. Lahm kept his eye on it, and he's there. Beckham. Rummenigge. Shot at goal! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Substitution on the field.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Beckham with the short one. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Nesta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And that's a throw-in. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That is lovely. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Manchester United can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Could have here their final chance.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
They've played it short. There will be a throw-in. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, that's a key interception.
4 added minutes
Deep
has been
into
indicated.
stoppage time. Hernandez cuts it out. And it's Beckham. And he's in on goal. Put it! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen? Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Bale. He's got away. It's Bale!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
And here's Beckham. And that is a little undercooked. Well read, and the danger is averted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Bayer Leverkusen clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Can he get onto this? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Mbappe. Now it's Beckham. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Up he goes! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And it's Bayer Leverkusen who take the lead. What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Bullet! Oh, it's come loose. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Shot a goal! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
What a chance, a huge chance. He couldn't have set it up any better.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Pinches it off him. Now it's Beckham. And the shot! Goal! Oh, offside.
Yeah, the referee hadn't spotted his assistant's raised flag. He has now, so he's ruled the goal out for offside.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. And it's Lahm. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Pull it. Cleared away. He won't be happy with that one. Bale.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Messi. Deftly away. And no, that was never going to make it. Bale finds himself offside. Oh, easy pickings there. Beckham. Rummenigge. 15 minutes till half-time. Rummenigge. Nice physical challenge. And that's really well manoeuvred. Guardiola. That has been slung wide. Nunez. Oh, well played, well played. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Played back in. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Bayer Leverkusen clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's in plenty of space here. Nunez receives it in a good position here.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And that's been won straight back. Costa Curta. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a little off target. Bale. He's had a shot! Costa Curta clears. Gently done. Now it's Beckham. He's gone for goal! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! A finish right from the top draw. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
He has given that the lot. Bang!
Yeah, I just thought he made great use of his upper body there. It would have taken something really special to keep that out.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
I'd like to ask you to
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. Second period then underway. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Bale. Just eases him off the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Adams making good progress on the right-hand side. Messi is wide and looking to get onto this. Maldini. And it's Hullet. Lahm. Looking for options for movement. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Great defending, strong and determined. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Now it's Messi. Nunez. Can he put it away?
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He's picked... There's the hit! Really well taken goal. And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Bale. Bale puts them all in. And it's Beckham. Now it's Guardiola. Nunez, brilliantly cut out.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Short changes him with that pass. Messi. He's played him through. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Hits one! Pullet pokes it out wide. And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now that's well seen too. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Mbappe. Now the finish! It's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful. Bayer Leverkusen clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
This is quite a battle. Well, the Rummenigge! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
That's a lovely pass.
Bayer Leverkusen showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
And here's Mbappe. Lovely bit of skill. Nesta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And they're back on the ball again. And it's Bale. Oh, and he's through the middle.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
And he's gone looking for safety. What a throw in.
Substitution on the field, number 14, Darwin Nunez. Coming on to replace
Messi
him
looks to get on the end of this.
Number 13, David Villa.
Messi.
Substitution, 2 added minutes has been
Steps
indicated.
in, and that's the end of that. Back into the mid. Decent hit! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting, moments to gets his head to it! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And already we're underway here. And that's not going to reach. Bale. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Bale puts them all in. Oh, important interception. Very little question about who's going to be the star of the show here, I think, Jim.
Yeah, assuming we're referring to the one and only Francesco Totti.
Of course we are.
Yeah, well, when you look at him, you just think about mischief, devilment, somebody who finds those pockets of space and gets turning and bringing others into play. And not only that, Peter, but a very clever goal.
Oh no, this does not look good. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Cantona. Rummenigge. Rummenigge. Played in. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's Messi. First quarter of an hour gone. That's a sharp pass. That is a great pick out. Oh, smashing header! And he's following up! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Bale did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Out to the left it goes. And he welcomes it in. Nesta gets across to intercept that. That's been cut out, well played. He won't be happy with that one. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Now it's Beckham. He's found a way through. There's the shot! Goal! That was a given. It always was.
Kohler really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
That's a promising run he's making on the right. Xavi Alonso. Cafu. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Maldini. Kohler might just make this. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Mbappe could move up a gear here. Rummenigge. Rijkaard. Good running. Rijkaard! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Rijkaard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Beckham plays it short. In by Rijkaard. Has a go! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Rijkaard. And he's gone backward here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, what a climb! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Now it's Mbappe. Nesta deals with that comfortably. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Now it's Beckham. Rummenigge. Kohler. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. He's played him through. Engages and forces him off the ball. Bale. And he's managed to get free. Totti. Threads one in. Totti showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Climbs up big! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Totti.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Messi. Chance here to counter. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here. He's having a go! And that is high.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Nesta picks it up from the goal kick. And here's Bale. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's a mighty effort! Harmlessly behind.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Oh, and he's through the middle. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That is a brilliant interception. And here's it's Luis Suarez! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, the control on receipt was far better than the control on dispatch.
Nicked it back promptly. Has a look and plays it forward. Rummenigge. Casillas, will lay claim to that? Brilliantly cut out. Over to the left. Collier.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Rummenigge.
Attendance for this match was 29,514.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That looks a good ball through. Well read. And the danger is averted.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
In with the challenge. And that could set him on his way. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
And that is a little undercooked. Maldini. He's picked his way through. Rummenigge. Now, what about a counter-attack? Rummenigge couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Messi. A player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And it's Bale. Ball's gone out of play. Maldini. He rises!
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this...
Shapes to shoot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And reclaimed it in a trice. It's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. No way through there. That's a shade optimistic.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Now it's Mbappe. And the shot! It's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
Bale stood his ground strongly.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this, plenty of... And the finish! He scores!
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Gerrard, played into space out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Thuram. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people.
Public
Collar
transportation
claiming
today.
the man.